When driving in Minnesota during icy conditions, the safest way to stop is to A. Press the brake pedal firmly until the car stops. B. Pump the brakes quickly. C. Apply steady pressure on the brakes without locking the wheels. D. Shift to neutral and pull the parking brake. Answer: C. On icy roads, applying steady pressure without locking the wheels helps maintain steering control, especially with ABS brakes. What is the minimum following distance recommended in good weather conditions in Minnesota? A. 2 seconds. B. 3 seconds. C. 4 seconds. D. 5 seconds. Answer: B. Minnesota law recommends a 3-second following distance in good conditions to allow enough reaction time. A flashing yellow arrow at an intersection in Minnesota means you should A. Stop and wait for green. B. Turn left quickly before oncoming traffic. C. Proceed with caution and yield to oncoming traffic. D. Make a protected left turn. Answer: C. A flashing yellow arrow allows left turns but requires yielding to oncoming vehicles and pedestrians. The penalty for a first-time DWI offense in Minnesota may include A. 30 days in jail and 60-day license revocation. B. 90 days license revocation and possible jail time. C. Automatic 1-year license suspension. D. Lifetime driving ban. Answer: B. A first-time DWI offense results in at least 90-day license revocation and possible jail and fines. When approaching a stopped school bus with flashing red lights in Minnesota, you must stop at least A. 15 feet away. B. 20 feet away. C. 25 feet away. D. 30 feet away. Answer: B. Minnesota law requires all drivers to stop at least 20 feet from a school bus displaying flashing red lights. Which of the following is true about passing in Minnesota? A. You can pass on a hill if no vehicles are visible within 200 feet. B. Passing is allowed within 100 feet of an intersection. C. Passing on the right is only allowed on one-way streets. D. Passing is prohibited within 100 feet of a railroad crossing. Answer: D. Minnesota prohibits passing within 100 feet of railroad crossings and intersections where visibility is limited. The speed limit in urban or town roads in Minnesota is generally A. 25 miles per hour. B. 30 miles per hour. C. 35 miles per hour. D. 40 miles per hour. Answer: B. Unless otherwise posted, the speed limit on urban or town roads in Minnesota is 30 miles per hour. In Minnesota, headlights must be turned on A. 1 hour before sunset until 1 hour after sunrise. B. From sunset to sunrise and during reduced visibility. C. Only when driving in rural areas at night. D. Only in rainy conditions. Answer: B. Headlights are required from sunset to sunrise and whenever visibility is reduced to less than 500 feet. Which of the following situations requires a full stop in Minnesota? A. Approaching a flashing yellow light. B. At a yield sign with no traffic. C. At a flashing red light. D. When merging onto a freeway. Answer: C. A flashing red light in Minnesota requires a complete stop before proceeding safely. A Minnesota driver with a Class D license is permitted to drive A. Any commercial vehicle. B. A vehicle up to 26,000 pounds GVWR. C. A motorcycle without endorsement. D. A school bus with passengers. Answer: B. A Class D license allows driving most passenger vehicles under 26,000 pounds, not motorcycles or buses without endorsements. If two vehicles arrive at an uncontrolled intersection at the same time, the driver must yield to A. The vehicle on the left. B. The vehicle on the right. C. The larger vehicle. D. The faster vehicle. Answer: B. Minnesota law requires yielding to the vehicle on the right when two vehicles arrive at the same time. A Minnesota driver may turn right on red after stopping unless A. A sign prohibits it. B. Traffic is heavy. C. There are pedestrians on the opposite side. D. The light cycle is short. Answer A. Right turns on red are allowed after a full stop unless a posted sign prohibits it. When driving in fog, you should use A. High beam headlights. B. Hazard lights only. C. Low beam headlights. D. Parking lights only. Answer C. Low beams improve visibility in fog because high beams reflect off moisture and reduce vision. Which of the following blood alcohol concentrations, BAC, is considered illegal for drivers under 21 in Minnesota? A. 0.08%. B. 0.02%. C. Any measurable amount. D. 0.05%. Answer C. Minnesota enforces a zero-tolerance law for drivers under 21, meaning any detectable BAC is illegal. When parking uphill with a curb, you should turn your wheels A. Toward the curb. B. Away from the curb. C. Straight forward. D. In any direction. Answer B. Wheels should be turned away from the curb so the vehicle rolls back gently into the curb if brakes fail. What is the proper hand signal for a right turn in Minnesota? A. Left arm extended straight out. B. Left arm bent upward at the elbow. C. Left arm bent downward at the elbow. D. Right arm extended out the window. Answer B. The correct hand signal for a right turn is the left arm bent upward at the elbow. When approaching an emergency vehicle stopped on the side of the road with flashing lights, Minnesota law requires drivers to A. Maintain speed and pass carefully. B. Move over one lane if possible or slow down. C. Stop completely before passing. D. Honk to alert the emergency workers. Answer B. Minnesota's move over law requires moving over or slowing significantly to protect emergency responders. What should you do if your vehicle starts to skid on a slippery road? A. Brake hard immediately. B. Steer in the direction you want the vehicle to go. C. Steer opposite to the skid. D. Accelerate slightly. Answer B. Steering in the direction you want to go helps regain control during a skid. The penalty for refusing a chemical test under Minnesota's implied consent law is A. A fine only. B. Automatic license revocation. C. Community service. D. No penalty if sober. Answer B. Refusing a chemical test results in automatic license revocation under the implied consent law. A flashing yellow light at an intersection in Minnesota means A. Stop completely before proceeding. B. Slow down and proceed with caution. C. Speed up to clear the intersection quickly. D. Pedestrians always have the right of way. Answer B. A flashing yellow light indicates caution. Drivers should slow and proceed safely.